Hi, Minimal Mermaid, also known as Val, here to show you how to use the Gua Sha tool. So this one's made out of rose quartz, and there are different properties to different crystals and stones, and rose quartz is, I think, mainly for love and acceptance and beauty, that sort of thing. Um, It's a Chinese tool used for massage, basically. And you kind of scrape the skin with it, but not like it's smooth, and you're not going to actually scrape. I don't really like that word. You're more like pulling, maybe. Um, so yeah, you would use this with like any kind of facial oil, and it's very, very rejuvenating, and it helps to with the lymphatic drainage thing, as I mentioned before in my last video, to detoxify and lower puffiness and calm the skin, and also get rid of toxins when you do the lymphatic drainage. So this definitely helps with that too, more so than the face roller. This kind of just presses the product into the skin, and it feels nice and cool, kind of like a little massage. But this bad boy, I use this every night because it's a little more intense than the roller, and so that helps with like the facial muscles and the drainage a little bit more, and it helps kind of lift your skin a little bit over time. So I kind of save the roller for like AM routine, and then this at the nighttime routine. So first I want to mention like what I used before. I used just one of my basic cleansers. I have several different ones, basically depending on how, my skin is feeling. If it's a little dry, I'll use a more moisturizing cleanser or foamy cleanser. If it's, a little too oily, then I'll use something a little more, cleansing and not really astringenty, but I think you catch the drift. Like, I kind of see how my skin's feeling, and I have a couple cleansers that I go to for those types of things. So I just used a cleanser in the shower, and then I used a toner. So this is the toner I just got in. I'm so excited. It's the Glow Recipe toner. I don't know if you can, there you go, Watermelon Glow. I talked about Glow Recipe in my last video, so I'm a big fan. But today, most of our products are going to be um, Clinique and Truly Beauty. I'll put the links below in the description. But before I do that, I actually use these two little things that I got in my Ipsy. I ordered as an add-on for Ipsy, and it's this cute little eye recovery mask. And they look like, well, you can't really see the back of it, but they're little, like, they almost look like bandages that are like uh, crescent moon shaped, and it has little teddy bears on it, and it's adorable. There go my dogs. Sorry about that. Working from home. Dogs barking. Gotta love quarantine. So, in conjunction with the eye sticker thingies that are adorable, and I think they have hyaluronic acid, rose extract, collagen, adenosine. Hey! Psst. Sorry. I also used with it this mask from APTO Skincare. It's a balancing mask with chlorella and green tea, and it's for oily and acne-prone skin. And it's just like any other mask, um, but it smells a lot like matcha green tea, and it has like aloe in it, gentian root, chlorophyll, that sort of thing. So it's really, really like dark green when you put it on, and it was a little hard to wash off. It's almost like it sticks to your skin, even though it's kind of like a clay mask. I really had to use like, normally I can just rinse off masks with like water, but this one I had to use like cleanser and give it a really good scrubbing to get it off. So I like it. I love the smell. I love how it feels. I'd say the downside is trying to get this bad boy off. You have to really like scrub. So I did that. And now I'm going to do the Gua Sha tool. Alright, so I'm going to use this, but before I use this, to make it easier to use, I'm going to use the Purple Rain Glow Serum Facial Booster by Truly Beauty. It has retinol, glycolic acid, antioxidants. You can see it a little bit, maybe. Anyway, that's what it looks like. It's a pretty blue, bluish purple violet color. And I'm going to use this so that way the tool slides on more easily. I'm going to do 3 drops, tap it between my fingertips, and just tap it in first, and then do a more thorough patting once I've kind of distributed it. It doesn't really smell like anything at all, like no smell. Feels good. All right, tap tap, rest on my hands. So again, Purple Rain Glow Serum, Truly Beauty. They make a lot of really good stuff. And then I'm going to use the Clinique Smart Custom Repair Eye Treatment. It's like a little trial size. And it's just like any other like under eye serum. The nice thing about it though is when you put it on your finger and you look at it in the light, it looks like it's pearl. Like it looks like a pearl. It's a little iridescent. It's white and like creamy and shiny, so I guess it does a little brightening action as you're using it due to the shimmery iridescentness of it. So, alright, hands. So with this, I have a link down below to the video that I used to learn how to do this. So that will be a lot prettier, better video quality, but I'm just an everyday person trying to show you how to use this. I'm not really a professional, whereas the person in the other video is. So if you really want to jump right in, this is probably how you're going to do it. So I like to hold it where I like towards the bottom. Like they all come in different sizes. Some have like 2 notches. Mine happens to have 3. And like the first thing that you will do is obviously make sure that it's clean, and after you use it, wash it soap and water, super easy, let it dry. Don't drop it, it will definitely break. And so in the video, the first thing she does, I don't know if I can, you'll see. Alright, so you feel towards the little bone right here, like where your neck starts, where your spine is, right? There's like a little bone there. And you're going to start there and like try to keep it as flat as possible. Oh wow, I had the chair in front of me the whole time. Okay, so you're gonna keep it as flat as possible and just use firm pressure and kind of pull up to where the base of your skull is, like where your skull meets your neck, and you're just gonna kind of wiggle it as you pull it up. So you're gonna do that. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Do it like 5 times or however many times you want. So that's that. Alright. So next we have the neck. So for this one you're gonna be going kind of like right here. So sort of behind your ear and down your neck into your shoulder, right? So you're gonna hold it as flat as you can, because if you're just going like this, yeah, it might feel good, but you're not really getting that lymphatic drainage type. Like if you have the pressure as flat as you can, like maybe like at an angle, you're actually pushing fluids, right? And you're getting more surface area to massage the muscle and kind of loosen things up. So you're going to try and keep it as flat as you can. And you can start just wherever on your shoulder and make sure you have it like good grip on it. And you're going to kind of pull up as flat as you can up behind your ear. And once you get a little resistance here because you're meeting the bone, you're going to kind of wiggle it. So do this like 5 times or however long you want. It feels really, really good. So you're going to do that like 5 times on that side. Do the same thing on the other side. Like I switched hands, obviously. I'd keep it as flat as possible Bring it up, nice firm pressure because you're massaging at this point. Like I can feel right here, I have a little bit of like fluid buildup because you can, it like kind of goes up. So on this side, it was like kind of fine, but this one, I can feel right around here. There's either a tight muscle or there's some fluid buildup in there. So, so then you wiggle. And I'd focus more on this side maybe because I can feel that there's something going on in there. So you can do it like 4 or 5 times on that side. And then I'm sure there's like a special way to hold this for other parts of your body, but I just go by what feels right. So I'm just gonna hold it with this part down. And you're gonna go over like a little underneath your collarbone and hold it as flat as you can and go up one side of the neck. And you can kind of angle it out. Like see, you can go like this motion because as you get up to your jaw, you're gonna have just the edge there and you're gonna wiggle it. So over the collarbone, up, jaw, wiggle. All these things you can do as many times as you want. You might want to try and do the same number on each side. But I'm not doing as many because I'm just kind of showing you the gist of it. You do the same thing on the other side. Wiggle, wiggle, over the collarbone. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. So you do that a few times. For some reason my right side seems a lot more swollen. And then you're going to do the center. After you do the center, you're going to focus on one side of the face and then do the other side. So neck, like jaw down, you can just kind of balance it one, go one side then the other, but we're going to end up focusing on one side here shortly. So this little like dimple you have right here, I don't know what it's called. I took an anatomy class, but I still don't remember what it's called. Like your sternum, the top of your sternum. And you're going to kind of start there where that little gap is. And I'm holding it this way. You probably could hold it this way too, but I like holding it this way sometimes. So I'm going to bring it up, keeping it as flat as possible. Pressure, about a medium amount of pressure. And once I get to my chin, underneath my chin, that's where I'm going to wiggle. So I'll push up, wiggle, push up, wiggle. About 5 times, I guess. Now this is where you focus on one side of the face, right? So you're going to go up. So like the different sections. So the first one, I don't know why she does this in the video. I'm sure there's a reason, but she presses on her chin. I want to go this way because I kind of like the angle meets the angle. Keep it flat. You don't want to be like this. You want to be very close to the skin. It takes some practice. You're going along the jawbone and you're kind of curving up towards your ear. And then you find this little spot where it sticks and you wiggle it a little bit. So you're going back and up. And this feels really nice. Apparently there is a lymph node that runs along your chin and stuff. And this feels really good. So you do that a few times. Then you're going to do your cheek, right? So I could hold it this way, I could hold it this way, I could do it this way. I think I feel more comfortable with this because it kind of meets the curve of my face. So she, in the video, puts her finger here and you kind of have it flat again as possible, see? And you pull it and you pull it up. And then once you get to about the hairline, you're going to wiggle. So you can go a little under the cheekbone if you want to get a massage that way, or you can go on top of it. So sometimes I'll do like a couple swipes underneath the cheekbone and then a couple swipes right on the cheekbone. And then you have like sinuses here and sometimes this can get aggravated and swollen. So like when I have a cold or if I have some allergies going on, doing this feels so good. It's like relieving some of the pressure and draining out the sinuses a little bit. So you do that about 5 times. Then you're going to go to the delicate eye area. So you want to be really careful here. You can put your finger right here, and I like this smaller part, obviously, curving that way because I'm going to be pulling that way. So I'm going to put it just under the eye, and this you don't want firm, medium pressure. You want like pretend you have a feather in your hand, you know, because you're just trying to gently pull the skin. You don't want to damage it by like digging in there or pressing too hard. So like feather light touch, and then up to the hairline, wiggle. Once you get to about your temple, like the outside of your eye, you can go a little harder to get that massage feeling. But while you're under your eye, be very light, then go into medium pressure, wiggle at the hairline. So you're going to do that a few times. So, and then we only have 2 more massages on this side, and then you go over to the left side. So this one, you're going to go right under your eyebrow, like you have a bone right here, right? And I'm going to use like the curvy again. I'm into the curvy right now. And I am curvy, so you can put your like finger lightly on your eyeball and then kind of put it right here, like where your brow bone is, and try. It's really hard when you're getting to this point to keep it as flat. You don't want it like this, you want it like flat, but you gotta just try as best you can. Pull up over the eyebrow, keep it flat, go to the hairline, wiggle over the eyebrow, keep it flat, pull up, hairline, wiggle. So you do this a few times, right? And then next you have the middle. So I'm going to use this knobby area and holding it like that. And this, I'm going to kind of like put it just below where my third eye would be. And then keep it flat, pull up. This is my favorite one. For some reason, it just feels so good. And you're just going to keep it as flat as you can. Pull up, hairline, wiggle. So you do that a few times too. So this side of the face is done. You probably can't tell because my camera sucks, but sometimes I don't see an immediate difference. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I notice like the side of the face I do first seems a little firmer, a little plumper, a little like more lifted. I guess it depends on like my hydration content at the time, or how hard I'm pressing. So you're going to do the same thing on the other side. I'll do a quick recap. You're going to do the chin, flat, bring it up, hairline, wiggle. You're going to do that a few times. You're going to go on the cheek, keep it flat, pull. You can go under or on top of the cheekbone, under and up, or on top and up, wiggle, wiggle. Then you're going to do the eye. Make sure it's feather light when you're under your eye, and you're going to drag it. Go into medium pressure as you go up into the hairline. Feather light, medium, up. Do that. Then forehead. So flat as possible. Go over the brow bone. Keep it flat. Go up to the hairline, wiggle. Over the brow bone, flat, hairline, wiggle, and then you got the center. Keep it flat, press up, hairline, wiggle. So that's it. And sometimes I'll do it 5 swipes, sometimes I'll do more depending on, how much of a massage that I want. And the oil, the facial serum, is not only getting pressed into the skin more, but the skin is getting lifted, firmed, drained of like accumulated fluid. Some of the muscles may loosen up. It helps with inflammation. You get that like natural facelift thing. And this is like a form of maintenance to kind of keep your face tight and lifted, and the circulation too. Forgot to mention that. Circulation. Very, very good. So I'll do this, and then sometimes I'll use another serum afterwards. I probably won't now because it seems like the other serum is still pretty good. Yeah. But you can use another serum if you want afterwards. I have my essence that I normally use. I probably should have used that before the serum, but this is the Cause RX snail mucin that I used in the last video. Honestly, I have all these products that are supposed to go in a certain order, but sometimes I skip a step, or I miss a step, or I forget a step. So we're just going to go straight from the serum into the moisturizer. So I have these cool products, right? So Truly Beauty has a chest and neck sleep mask. It's called Goodnight Moon, and it has like hyaluronic acid and collagen. Yeah, Goodnight Moon. And it smells so good. Oh, it smells like kind of like blueberries or acai. And oh, it smells so good. And the texture is kind of interesting. It's like a paste. And you can kind of dig into it. It has this like cool purpley tie-dye looking thing going on. Oh, it smells amazing. I just get a little bit. And this is for the chest and the neck. So as you, like, it was a paste, but now as I'm rubbing it, it's melting into my body temperature. And I think this is called the décolleté or décolletage, some French word for this part right here. I like to call it upper boobie area because it makes sense. So I'm going to get it up in there, get it on the neck a little bit, not too much because it's very rich. And I tend to have sensitive skin that breaks out. But yeah, it smells so good. And I didn't know they made neck sleep masks, so it's an amazing product. And it comes in a beautiful glass jar, really heavy, luxurious feeling. Goodnight Moon, Truly Beauty. So they have another sleep mask. First I'm going to use like a night cream, and then I'm going to put on a sleep mask. So the night cream is the Clinique Smart Night Custom Repair Moisturizer. Again, this was like a sample that I got as a gift. And it is like, oh my gosh, really thick, like a cold cream. Like, it's doesn't really have much of a smell at all. But I put a little on my fingertips. Just tap, 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 tap. Very, very moisturizing. Doesn't really feel too greasy. Alright. Always put on your hands. That way your hands look young too. Alright. Last thing. To wrap up the nighttime Gua Sha routine. Truly Organic Starface Sleep Mask. It has passion fruit, vitamin C, AHA, and retinol, and it says it's for plumping and resurfacing. So this is the Starface. Yeah. And it is like the see-through purple jelly. It's really cool. And this one smells a little more like face product and less like fruit you can eat. Like a lot of Truly Beauty's products like smell as if you want to bathe in it or eat it. This one, not much of a smell. It's maybe a slight passion fruit, but it's really like jelly. Very jelly-like consistency. It feels really nice. It's like slime. And I probably used too much, but I'm gonna tap the mask over the face. I'll probably, because I used a little too much, put the rest on my hands and the rest like up my arms. Just because it says it's for the face doesn't mean you can't use it elsewhere. So there's the sleep mask. Now after this, I could probably use my galvanic ion machine like I showed you in the last video. It's like this device that does like waves, I don't think they're radio waves, but some sort of like galvanic wave thing that helps your skincare products kind of sink deeper into your skin. You could do that. I'm just choosing not to today, but this is generally my nighttime face routine, and I love it. I love the Gua Sha thing. It feels so good, and my face just feels like I just got a facial. So my dogs are barking again. So thank you for joining me, and I'll put all the links to the different products down below, as well as the Gua Sha video that I used to learn how to do this. She's a lot more professional than I am and has a lot better camera and filming quality. But yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, please leave some comments, and have a good night.